Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft update video. This is Snapshot 24W04A for 1.21 and 1.20.5. It is the latter that we're going to start off with. So first of all, the Armadillo, which has had a couple of changes made to it. Here on the website it says that an Armadillo now rolls up when it detects a mob or a player that has recently attacked it. The reason I am quoting the website here is because I've been conducting some tests, attacking an Armadillo, making my way away, and supposedly it's going to remember that I have attacked it. So when I come back into its range of detection, surely it should curl up into a ball. But as you can see, it's not doing this. I also did some investigating into the mob's NBT data, specifically the hurt by timestamp, and it looked like the Armadillo would remember who attacked it for about 90 seconds, but I never saw this actually happen in the game. You know, maybe this isn't working quite as intended just yet. The next Armadillo change also relates to when it's rolled up. It'll now take less damage. So what we can do is prod it like this, run this command to see that it's got 11 health, and then we'll give it another punch, and we'll see that it didn't take any damage whatsoever. Let's now attack it with a wooden sword first of all, which will do more damage. So it took 4, and then we'll attack it once more, and we'll see that it reduced it by 1.5. My mistake, I got the numbers the wrong way around. It reduced it by 2.5. We only did 1.5 damage. Let's conduct this test again, this time with a stone sword. You can see it did 5 damage, and then our next attack only did 2. So that means that it shielded 3 damage. And after doing this again with the diamond sword, it both shielded more damage but took more too. So I think this is a percentage-based system. Now we head back over to the website as there's a bunch of technical changes that I'm going to breeze through before we get to 1.20.1. First of all, there is a new transfer command in the game, and this actually transfers a player in your world to a different host. So you can put in the host IP address, the port number, and then the player that you want to transfer. This might sound a little crazy, but with all the groundwork that Mojang have been laying for this, it's kind of not a surprise that you'll now have a command to move players from one server to the other seamlessly. We also have a new region file compression algorithm. The key thing to pick up here is that you have a choice between the old and the new one, and this one uses less CPU time to compress, but the trade-off is that it's going to use more disk space. One thing to note though is that this is not an automatic process, so it's not going to go through and recompress your entire world, and the old chunks that you got will stay in the previous format. Now, one of the options for running a Minecraft server is to use Force Upgrade, which can convert the old chunk formats to a new one. This now includes entities and POI directories as well, but it's not going to be confused with this new parameter, which is recreate region files. If you boot up a server with this, it's going to recreate all of your region files with the new compressed storage format. So this will cause all of the chunks to be rewritten, and that means that it will defragment your region files. This stuff, though, is not likely to make a big difference with performance unless you're really struggling. Then we have the improved server TPS debug chart, which is accessed by pressing F3 and 2. Here's what it looks like in an old snapshot, and here's what it looks like in 24W04A. So the big difference seems to be that there's just more green down at the bottom of the screen, right? But you can see the changes when you start to fly around and move about, as there's more information visible in this chart down the bottom here now. The different colors represent different things that's going on. And here on the website, you can find a detailed description of what each of the different colors mean. As always, the articles that Mojang share are linked in the description box down below. And last of all, when you're setting up a new world, this allow commands, it used to be known as allow cheats. They've renamed that to allow commands. Those are the 1.20.5 changes, and just before we get to the 1.21 stuff, if you want to subscribe to the channel, feel free to do so and catch future videos like this where I bring you up to speed on what's happening with the development of Minecraft. And before we get into it, here's something that I missed from last week's snapshot. This that we're looking at is the wind charge particle, and here's what it used to look like. The swirls going around the outside went around all sides of this object, but now as you can see, it just goes along this one axis. Obviously, just a subtle change that isn't much to get excited about, but I did discover this. Okay, it kind of blew away the rest of them, but they can kind of sit static in the world until you punch them. Like, this might be useful for a mini game, just, you know, aiming these at your opponents and sending them on their way. So there is a reason we're near a village today. That is because of this guy over here. So currently the breeze is aggressive to the player. It will now also be aggressive to an iron golem. You can see they're going at one another here. And these three are just having a little conversation off in the distance. Yeah, the change is that the breeze is now going to be an aggressor towards an iron golem. So maybe bringing a carved pumpkin and some iron blocks to a trial chamber is now a legitimate strategy. Oh, and if you're wondering who is going to win, clearly this guy, the breeze, has been eliminated. Okay, what do all of these mobs have in common? The slime, the cave spider, the husk, the zombie, the stray, and the skeleton. They all spawn inside of the trial chamber. And the change is that if the breeze is attacked by any one of these mobs, then it's not going to retaliate. Now, you might be thinking this is just the skeleton and the stray that can shoot an arrow that hits the breeze, but remember, the breeze does a lot of attacks that can actually attack these mobs and cause them to aggress towards the breeze. And the way I think this has been achieved is that the above mobs, the ones I just listed, no longer retaliate when hurt by the breeze's wind charge projectile. And last of all, do you remember the last snapshot video where there was a change to the amount of copper grates that you get? Well, in this changelog, they've changed it back. So over here, you get 4 for 4, and over here, you get 1 for 4. Here it is in last week's snapshot, and here it is in this week's snapshot being changed back. And while we're down here in the bugs section, I'll mention there were some minor things changed to the trial spawners and breezes, just issues under the hood, and also introducing the new spawn chunk radius game rule introduced some problems as well. And with a smaller bug list, we may be getting closer to the release of this update, but currently there is no news, so we'll have to wait and see. And that's all I've got for you this one. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. Thanks as always for supporting the channel, and I'll see you soon with another. Bye-bye.